So I promised you I would talk about what to do when we can't keep our silent promises, right? Like sometimes we've made a promise to our kids about what we want their childhood to look like or our parenthood to look like or feel like, and we can't keep it, right? Like something happens. I don't ever want my child to know deep sadness, but then someone close to them passes away and you can't control that, right? Things like that, where we start to really rub up against that reality that we are not able to just create some narrative for our children. So, what do we do in those moments? Well, sometimes we try to cling on to the narrative, which isn't helpful. Sometimes we think we have failed, also not helpful. The reality is, there's a really simple answer that allows everyone to succeed, which is you simply rewrite the narrative. So, let's say in the case of a child who has lost someone, what we say is instead of promising that you won't ever have those feelings, I can simply tack on the word alone. I promise you won't ever have to have those feelings alone. I'll be by your side when you do. And suddenly, now that really sad event that you wish hadn't happened becomes a way to keep your promise instead of the failure of you having not kept your promise, right? And it's that simple and that elegant. We simply have to figure out how can I rearrange my promise so that it is not only keepable, but actually incredibly valuable. So now when you go back to your silent promises, are there ones that you could rewrite? And this is sometimes some of what we do when we're in coaching sessions is we realize that somebody is feeling like they have violated their promise, that they're not able to keep it for themselves or their children. And then we learn more about your values and who you are and how we can rewrite that promise so that actually now you get invited to tell a whole new story, a story that you can actually keep your promise in, not one that's a lesser story, but one that's even a greater one.